Hey everybody, welcome to the F3 podcast.
Welcome back.
Flagrant
Welcome
3.
back.
Flagrant 3.
Flagrant.
Like, subscribe, follow. Send them money to our Cash App. It's in the bio. Cash App. Please, listen. You know
Do that.
You know what I'm saying? Send some for Jerry's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Send some for Trey's daughter. You know
She would love that. I'll be honest with you. She would love that.
Listen, I'm just saying. I don't have a daughter, so just send it to me. Like, you know. But yeah, we in, what week is it? 4? Is it week 4? Is it week 5?
Technically week 5.
6? 5?
5.
Yeah. NBA season, and it's getting interesting. It's a few interesting stories out there. Starting with your guy, KD.
My fave, KD.
Out there playing with bums, and he put names on it.
So why is everybody taking it as he said he's playing with bums?
Jerry.
Okay, I'm gonna read the quote.
The phrasing definitely comes off as like, look at these guys I'm playing with.
What do you think is happening?
You expect me to win?
All right, so here's the quote. It says, looking at our starting lineup, Edmund Sumner, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Nick Claxton, and me. It's not disrespect, but what are you expecting from that group?
First of all, Joe Harris, Claxton, and Royce O'Neal have been starters on good teams, man. What's the deal, KD? Why you hating?
But he's saying as a group.
Oh, so...
Also, too, Joe is not Joe.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He got
Joe
injured
is not
and he
Joe.
has not been the same.
That ankle injury might have ended him.
He's still got a few checks in him.
He definitely getting the checks.
He has to be able to shoot, though. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, he's not look the same. So the quote continues, you expect us to win because I'm out there. So if you're watching from that lens, you're expecting us to play well because number 7 is out there. But then he followed that up with, I'm really having a good time. I wish y'all could hear me talk during the game. If I got mic'd up more, people would stop asking if I'm happy or not. I'm enjoying every moment I get to step on the effing court. And part of it is because I tore my Achilles and the pandemic. I didn't know if we were going to play again. I didn't know if I was going to play again. But everybody's taking the first part of that and took that as him saying, hey, I'm playing with bums. What am I supposed to do here?
That's basically what he said, though.
I think he was saying our team is not as talented as we thought coming in.
And that pretty much goes to basically, I'm playing with a bunch of scrubs.
I didn't take it as playing with scrubs.
No, that's what what I'd be taking it as. Jerry, if your name was on that list, like if you were an NBA player and KD said one of your names is like one of the players, you'd be like, damn, KD, like I'm trash?
No, see, excuse me. I think where the disconnect is lies where, okay, so we as fans always think players think this, players think that. Players are like totally different than what we all be thinking. Like something like that, to them it's like, I get what he's saying. Like I'm not Kyrie, I'm not Ben Simmons. Like
it's not that. I think what he's saying is essentially true.
Yeah, it's definitely true.
But you put names on it, it comes off a tad whiny. Even though it's true, it's gonna come off whiny.
See, I don't see how it's whiny if you led with.
Because LeBron didn't complain when he had a team full of scrubs and took them to the championship.
He did, though.
Did he?
LeBron played. Okay, so 2018. Before All-Star break, LeBron was in interviews saying,
he was
this is not enough.
Yeah,
We're not good enough.
He was trying to get a star, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
we're not good enough? What does that mean?
Yeah, but they still were winning, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, you can't control if they win or not, but they're essentially saying the same thing.
They still
our team is not talented enough.
they still were winning. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I appreciate the honesty.
I do too.
But KD also has to understand, what comes with that. You can't just say that. There's a reason why why players don't say that. You think Luka goes out and looks at his players and be like, yeah, this is it. I could do this. Or he's like, I'll see what I could do.
No, I actually think Luka thinks his teammates are good enough.
I don't think Luka goes out there. He goes out there like, I think we can win because of me. Like it's not. They just lost to the Rockets.
Yeah, but I mean, that team is like, the way they're set up is like, Luka has to be here.
But that's exactly the thing, though. Like without him, it's just like that's a lottery team.
Oh,
top 7 pick.
Well, I would say probably half the league, if you take their star away, they're a lottery team.
Well, it's not even. There's not many rosters after the first guy that are like, you look at the players after Luka, and it's like, huh. So none of these guys can dribble. Like it's basically Spencer Dinwiddie and Christian Wood, the only guys that can even dribble the ball. Nobody else can dribble from time to time.
Yeah, Hardaway sometimes.
Yeah, but that's just that's just like every night you kind of got to score 30 or we probably gonna lose. But we might lose anyway, cause yeah.
Yeah, but at least you got competent NBA players with you though.
You don't think the Nets as full? I mean, the Nets at full strength.
Well, at full strength. See, this is what I was about to say too. I think that quote was also directed to management and the ownership.
Well, even
like,
without
hey, get Kyrie back out here. Like
even without Kyrie, their players still aren't that bad as far as like the rest of their guys that play. Actually, it's not that bad. Even after Kyrie, they have solid players. I'm not saying great, but they have solid players.
I don't know.
Like, bro,
after Seth,
Royce is solid. He's not great or anything, but he's a solid player. He would be in
stretches. He is.
He would be in majority of teams' 8-man rotation. He could play for the Bucks.
Yeah, but he'd be at the last of that 8.
Go look at the guys the Bucks are playing.
Yeah, but he would be the last of that 8.
In the Bucks,
he's not cracking the starting 5.
Go look at the guys the Bucks are playing.
Name another team.
He would be like their 6th or their 7th guy.
Yeah, that's near the bottom 8.
He'd probably be like their 6th.
Right now he's the Nets number 2. with Kyrie out, he's number 2. That's way too high for him.
Royce O'Neal could probably start for the Bucks at the 2.
Possibly.
He would probably start. He's better than any other option to go out the 2. Like he would actually start at the 2 for the Bucks right now.
It's possible. No, because you got Middleton.
Middleton's a 3.
No, I'm saying when he comes back, like that will pull him out of the starting.
But Middleton's a 3 though.
Then who are you taking out?
Dude, they play whoever as shooting guard. Doesn't even matter. They played Wesley Matthews last year. It doesn't matter who the shooting guard is.
But yeah, Royce shouldn't be your number 2 or 3 guy though, at all.
Well, I don't think he's the number 2 or 3 guy on his team. I think he's
right now he is.
Well, in general, I think he just fits. I think he's just fitting. He's just a kind of glue. He's just a good role glue guy to have.
Yeah, and if you don't have Kyrie and Ben's coming off the bench or Ben's hurt, like he's the second guy. The way they've been playing is KD gets double and he's tossing it right to O'Neal to make a play off for the double team. Like he's essentially been their number 2. And then Curry comes off the bench and he runs some stuff, but I mean,
Seth's just kind of getting back to being normal. I mean, he's probably
so Royce should not be your number 2 or 3 option.
Listen, man. I don't care about everybody else in that team, but free Seth Curry. He doesn't deserve that. That's my guy, man. Free Seth Curry.
Send him to the Lakers.
Free Seth. No.
Yes.
That's even worse situation.
I just saw a Bleacher Report idea for a trade, and it was Anthony Davis for KD and Joe Harris. I don't know how real that is, but yeah.
Why would the Nets do that?
Why not? If you're blowing it up, like if you're willing to trade KD, then like
What they get?
it's on the
They get
table.
picks.
Yeah, they would definitely get the picks.
Oh well, then all right, screw it.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm hoping this all turns into.
But if the Nets are if the Nets are blowing it up, then they probably don't even want AD either. They're probably like, yeah, we done with this. We're gonna just
But you could
out.
flip them. You could flip them.
Or it would just be like a 3-team then.
Possibly.
That wouldn't be a
Where
3-team.
they go other places, but they still get all the assets.
Yeah. Nah. It's been weird. It's like, because where would 80? Because it's like the conversation with that is where could 80 even go?
Where it makes sense and is like realistic. That is hard.
What if? This is interesting. It's interesting. I haven't brought up this idea, but I've thought about it for a few days.
What is it?
What if DeAndre Ayton and picks for AD?
No. For what? No.
And picks?
No.
I'm talking about the
Why
Lakers
am I-
blowing it up. I'm talking about the
why
Lakers.
am I-
The Lakers are blowing it up at that point.
But why am I doing this?
Because you're getting picks and you're getting a young star center.
Star Center? God
David
dang.
Duncan. David Duncan.
I would rather
David
not.
Duncan.
I rather
Oh,
not. I'd rather wait that one out.
Oh, you don't want
Because
Aiden?
Suns are not
Hold
gonna
on,
be
hold on.
trash.
You don't want Aiden?
For AD? No. Why would I want to trade Duncan for? Or, I'm really calling him Duncan. Why would I want Aiden for AD? Like that doesn't make any
picks.
sense.
If they gave
No.
if they gave y'all three future firsts and Aiden
No.
for AD,
Nope, I don't want it.
so you want a good player for AD?
Yes,
You
a
want a
better
healthy?
player. I
You
want
want
a better player.
A better player?
Yes, I want a better player.
Yeah, I'm not getting better.
Or better picks at least. What am I doing with
Well,
Phoenix picks?
Well, the
Freaking
picks are
Devin
like,
Booker's still there.
yeah, but if the picks are far in the future, then you got a shot though. That's the whole point.
I don't
You
want
want
to
the-
take that chance.
You want the future picks.
No, because then AD's gonna get out of LA. He's gonna go to Phoenix. He's gonna find a water well. He's gonna be healthy, and they're
Yeah,
gonna be
but-
winning too much.
No, but we talking about Jerry. We talking about picks like 5, 6, 7 years from now.
No, I don't want to depend on that. No,
They're not. I don't think Chris Paul's going to be way done by then, and AD's going to be done by then
Paul's
too.
looking done right now, but
And
they're
AD's
still
going to
winning.
be and AD's
Nah,
going to
that
be done
team's
by
still
this.
good.
All right.
That team gets better. What do you mean?
In 6 years,
No, I mean like
they haven't- talking about 5, 6 years
like
from now.
immediately. But
Talking
with the
about 5,
Lakers,
6
we
years.
don't think that far. Like as it pertains to draft picks.
But y'all are. That's why y'all haven't traded y'all picks.
Nope, I don't want it.
Wow, this is interesting. This whole place, and of course, right next to me. It's crazy.
What happened?
I got company. You know, like when you in the restroom stall, and somebody comes stand right next to you. That's what it
It's a
feels
little
like.
awkward.
It's like, bro. It's like, bro.
Too close.
Yo, Jerry. It's literally empty. And like, really?
Of all places.
Of all places.
But yeah, the KD thing.
Yeah.
I think this is a prerequisite to
Trade.
him doing it again, going to management.
KD ain't got the balls.
Hey man. So
He
he
ain't
said
got
he went to management the first time and told them that this isn't the type of team he wants to be on. Because
Yeah.
one, they don't practice enough. When they do practice, their practices aren't like that big of a deal. It's like it's more like shoot around than practice. So he said when
Yeah.
he asked for the trade is because he felt like he was the only person in the building that was like all in on hoops. And I started thinking about it, I'm like,
Even Kyrie.
yeah, well, Kyrie was in and out. Like he wasn't even at practice. Like, so he said you can go ask Nash, but like I wanted more drills, more practice, more of a feel that like it's a basketball team. Like this is a basketball culture. And like reading those quotes made me think like, okay, he actually probably did do that. Like he probably got annoyed that like the team isn't really about basketball. It's like always drama. You have games, but you don't have practices. You come to shoot around for a little bit, and then you leave and go home. Like, for somebody like him, he breathes like just pure basketball. Like I think
Well,
he misses that. I think that's one of the things he misses from Golden State. Actually,
shouldn't have left Golden State, buddy.
I mean that's easy to say, but
It was easy to say at the time.
not
You
really.
know,
It made sense to leave at the time.
not to me. I don't think it ever made sense to leave.
It definitely made sense.
It only made sense to leave if you cared about your legacy. Otherwise, it didn't make sense. If you cared, if you cared about how you looked at, if you cared about how you looked at years from now, you know what I'm saying, history, then I get it. But if you just want great basketball and a great situation, but it made sense to never leave that.
But also too, you gotta think of the relationships too.
Because nobody was gonna stop. Nobody was gonna stop that Golden State team as long as they're healthy. Nobody was gonna stop that team with Steph and KD.
I don't
At
think
full health.
relationship wise that made any more sense for him.
I mean, it doesn't like the relationship with Kyrie is any better.
Well, between him and Kyrie personally, I don't think there's nothing there like negative. But with him
Yeah.
and Draymond, of course, and then the front office, like I don't know. I think just vibes wise, he wasn't feeling the Warriors no more.
I mean, I guess it was other reasons. He didn't necessarily like the way how things went there, the coaching and stuff like that. He didn't prefer it at that time.
Prefer Kirk.
No, he didn't. Now, look at him. He's on his second coach already.
Already,
About
it's
to-
been like 4 years.
About- Well, really, they had Atkinson. Atkinson actually was the first coach.
Oh,
He
he
just
never-
played.
he
He
never,
never played
uh,
for Atkinson,
Yeah, he never played for him.
and he's going to be on coach. Is the other coach right now? He hired. He's hired.
Who's that?
Hired.
Vaughn.
Uh,
yes.
Yeah. Why'd
He's
they
there for the
hire him?
next. He's next for the next 2 years.
Why'd they hire him?
That's a good question. I think. Okay, so Trey asked the question: what do I think Brooklyn's plan is? And I said I think they're winging it, and this is like confirmation of that. Like,
Well, the Ime thing heated up and then went away.
that's you winging it. Like, how do you tell somebody like Woj, hey, it's happening in the next 48 hours, and then
Okay.
it does not happen?
But
Like,
I kind of understand that though, because I felt like they were moving too quickly on the Ime thing, and that situation hasn't cooled down yet. Actually, that's why.
yeah,
they
but if you say you vetted it, like, what's the
no,
big
but
deal?
I'm talking about when it actually came out publicly. They probably got a lot of pushback from that. You know what I'm saying?
So that's you winging it. Like,
Well, I think they wanted to sign Ime. I think that was like something like they were in talks about, but it got kind of hot, and they were like, "I don't think we can do that now."
so you
That's
go with
another-
Jacques Vaughn for 2 years. Like, what? Just rebuild, man.
Free KD.
Yes, free KD, please.
He put himself there.
He did, but now it's time to let him free.
Nah, buddy. You gotta get yourself out that hole. Win some games. Be a champion.
That's the problem. If we start winning games, then they're gonna start having these false hopes.
Oh man, spooky hours, man. It's been great.
Spooky hours.
The scary hours, spooky hours, all of it. It's been great, man.
Nah, that situation been nasty, man.
It has. I can't wait until the 30 for 30 comes out about it. Like, what happened?
That mother gonna be so crazy. Oh my god. From the moment they stepped in the building to
Like, I can't.
whatever this ends like.
Like, I can't
So
imagine.
much.
I can't imagine the people that's been involved with the Nets this whole time. Like, I'm sure they got stories to tell, but they can't say. anything
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
like
I'm sure they
you
got,
would
like,
never
a
believe
lot.
this.
Yeah, it's like, bro. People were like, "This is." They probably been like, "This has been going bad since day one. Like, everything's been bad." Like, but I mean, it's everybody's fault probably at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
But hey, you let the players do what they wanted to do, pretty much, and that didn't go. And when they tried to correct it, and then they traded the James Harden trade while everybody would do it at the time, that is the trade that killed the Nets, essentially.
I don't think so.
I think so because if you look at that team, that trade basically stole all of its depth and all of their picks.
Okay,
Like,
but
like you imagine KD, you imagine Seth, and then you still have Jared Allen, and then you still have Levert, and you have picks, and they probably could keep Spencer Dinwiddie to come off the like. That was a different team. They were going in order, and they had like depth. They sacrificed depth for a star, which
so
every,
it's a
every
few things. It's a
I'm
few
not
things on that
I'm
tip.
not I'm not mad at they doing that because everybody for just about everybody would have traded all that for James Harden. But because the Harden thing didn't work, it's like, dang, we have. And then you had to flip James Harden because Harden got crazy for Ben. You had to panic and flip him for Ben, and Ben is trash.
See,
So
this is
now
why
it's
when we have the conversation and I'm like, the front office has like a lot of blame. That's why, like, there's things throughout this whole time since Katie and Kyrie signed that you could have been like, nah, we're not gonna do that.
but
Or
how do you? But it's hard to do that when they gave so much power to their best players.
yeah, but like you still have to be able to say no. Like, if you can't say no, you can't blame them for like everything going wrong.
I think I think it's real hard to give that much power to the players because obviously there was a lot of stuff that came out about how much power they gave to KD and Kyrie. But they
Yeah.
let them do what they wanted to do and stuff like that. And even the Atkinson firing was just at the time it was a terrible firing and it looks even worse now. Like because it was like it's a guy that was actually had a team going the right direction and he took a pretty whatever team and they got to the playoffs and you had them the way how you choose to do things look like in the right direction, type of like team guy you would want to coach a team. But they wanted, their guy. They want a guy who, I guess, somebody who they would maybe listen to, a real basketball, like Steve Nash, who's a real known like entity in the
Basketball
NBA.
mind, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Steve Nash is a very like I'm sure everybody loves Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? But just I feel like on that end they were trying to. They feel like they need to cash in this team, and that happens sometimes when players don't think about players don't. I don't think players all the time think about depth. They're like, how many guys can we get that can ball on this team? You're not thinking
See, I feel
about.
like that first year they had that. Like even after the Harden trade, they had enough like to win. They
Well,
had
no, they
the
had
first year
enough.
with Harden.
They
Yeah.
they had enough to win because of those three guys. I think for the most part were so good.
Yeah,
The way
definitely.
they,
But
the
that's
way
part
they,
of
the
it
way
too.
they beat down the Celtics was like, oh my God, nobody's gonna beat this team. Like
But
it wasn't,
that's what the players saw. Like
but it wasn't
that's what they
because of,
envisioned.
it wasn't because of their depth. It was because those guys.
No, I'm
Are,
saying they had enough depth. Not like that they were
well,
like super
nah,
deep.
they didn't. Yeah, they didn't
But yeah,
need
they had
much.
they had enough
They didn't
depth to
need
win.
much. When you got those three guys and one of those three guys can always be in the game, like it's hard for any team
Yeah,
to stop that.
that's
Like that's just
that overcomes depth. Yes.
it definitely felt unstoppable. Like I felt like they were gonna
Yeah, it
win
did.
easily. Like I don't think anybody thought they would lose. Like
Yeah, it was
they
their
were gonna
championship
win
to lose until they
Yeah,
actually got hurt.
until they got hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. KD just is gonna have to like, hey, don't
Nah,
play
from the
KD.
from the sound of his quotes, he sound like he's content no matter which way it goes. But that could always change though.
That sounds good, but KD's a basketball player, but I think KD's also a winner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like over time,
I
it'll
don't think
start to wane on you.
I don't think he
Yeah.
enjoys. I get all the cute stuff saying about being a good team guy and helping your teammates, but you want to win because you're one of the best guys on the planet at the highest level. It's like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm here
Yeah.
to win, like compete for championships. Maybe not win a championship. That's hard to do, but compete for a championship. And at this point, it's not looking that way.
I don't think he trusts the front office.
They weren't good with Kyrie.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he trusts the front office. Especially after
They
the
weren't.
Ben for Harden move.
The what?
I said, especially after the Ben for Harden move, I don't think he has that much confidence in him.
They had no choice.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, that's another
Like, what
thing.
was
Like,
the?
you could
What
have
was
said
the?
no. Like, you could have said no and just let it ride out the rest of the season.
You could have said no, but Harden was faking an injury.
Yeah, but like, okay, so you think he would have faked it when Kevin Durant came back?
Bro, I don't know, man.
There's no way.
I felt like at that point the Nets were trying to just figure out how can we save this season, and we don't know what's gonna happen.
That's the front office panicking.
Yeah, but I felt like Harden forced their hand on that. That's not their fault. I feel like that was more Harden. Harden was basically did not want to be there.
Yeah, you just let that ride another week and a half. He gonna change his mind once he realizes we can't go nowhere and we want to win. Let's lock in and do it.
I mean, I would have made the trade. Either.
You would have?
Wouldn't?
Oh, you said
No.
you wouldn't have. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't understand why doing it. Because at worst case, you would have just did the same deal in the summer.
Well, just in general, like I thought Ben was done.
No, I didn't think it was done. I just didn't think like it was a point in trading Harden at that point.
I didn't think he was gonna. I didn't think he was that level of player to like we actually. It's like he not right. That Hawks series, I can't unsee that.
No, I still think he'll be fine if he ever gets back physically. That's the problem.
I think it's more mental than physical at this point. I think it's more mental.
If you watch him, you think it's not physical when you watch him?
He's one of the worst turnover players in the league.
Well, that makes sense. Like and his turnovers are coming off from basketball, like screens and stuff like that. Basketball plays.
Bro, he makes terrible turnovers.
That's a part of like not playing in what 500? What was it 500 days or something?
Bro,
like that?
but it looks like he didn't touch a basketball in 500 days.
Because he didn't. Like, he couldn't do anything.
He did.
No, he didn't.
It's video.
Well, not in the 500. Not in the 500 days. No. But from the off season, he had back surgery.
It looks like he didn't touch a basketball court in 2 years. That's what it looked like. Like you have not done anything.
Physically, he does not look like the same Ben Simmons to me.
Mentally,
it's both. Honestly, it's both.
It's
both of them. He don't look the same.
$35 million, man.
I hope he figures it out.
He's about the worst contract in the league right now.
But yeah, let's move to the other topic we had. Another off the court, full of quotes. Steve Kerr.
He said he's done with this. He said he's done with this shit.
Imagine if he actually said that. That would be crazy.
I'm sick of this shit.
No, he said when talking about the Warriors' dynastic core. I love how they added Iguodala in this. The dynastic core of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Andre Iguodala. It says they won't be around forever, and they know it. So Steve Kerr says, it can only last so long. We know this isn't going on forever. This could be the last year. Maybe next year is the last year. We're in the final stages. We know that. We just have to make the most of it. That sounds like a coach that sees, of course, like he says, the end of the tunnel. But I think that tunnel came a lot quicker than he thought.
Well, I think in general his plan was always. I don't think he wanted to coach anymore past when all the three guys were done. In general, I don't think he wanted to. I felt like that for him. Like when they were kind of like done, I felt like he was gonna retire.
What kind of bum coach is that?
Hey, get them wins and get out.
Oh, I'm just gonna be part of a dynasty and get out of here. Like what?
He doesn't. He doesn't want to be Pop.
He doesn't want to be anybody. Like
Pop's still hanging around with like.
There's no coach who's never been part of a non-dynasty team.
Steve Kerr is like, yeah, I'm out, man.
He's trying to be 1-1. Y'all handed me the dynasty and I'm leaving with it. Like, god dang.
Listen, I ain't mad at that. I respect it.
So do you think that the dynasty over? Do you think it's over?
Now?
Yes.
No.
You think they're still in the midst of it?
They're at the latter end, obviously.
Well, definitely, yes.
Yeah, they're on the back end of this. Yeah.
So you look at this team and you're like, yeah, they still can win it.
This year,
Yes.
I think they still have a chance. Yes, for sure.
No way. Based off of what though? Just because they've done it before?
Listen, until they don't do it, you can't like doubt them until they just don't actually do it. They've done too much.
I'm watching them play and I'm like, this is a bad basketball team.
I feel you, but how'd you feel about the Celtics last year at this time?
The Celtics, I didn't feel that they were
They
ever
were.
bad. I didn't
They
feel like
were.
they were bad.
Jerry, they were terrible.
The Celtics
last
have never dropped to being bad.
They were bad last year. They were a 10th seed last year at one point. They weren't even in the playoff. They were a 10th seed in December last year.
Yeah, but
They
you
were
never
10th.
look at that team and you're like, they can't do it. Like, nah, they're done.
They were bad the first 2 months of last year. They were a bad team.
I don't think it was this bad. The Warriors can't even win a road game.
Just in general, it was the Celtics thing was terrible.
They look like a team that wasn't like on the same page. That Celtics team.
Bad.
It wasn't that they were
bad.
like. It wasn't like they were bad talent wise or bad like what they're
The
trying
Warriors,
to accomplish.
the Warriors have talent. That's not a.
After Steph and Wiggins, where's that talent?
They don't have. Do you know if they have talent?
After Steph and Wiggins, not so much. You can throw Poole in there too if you want.
You don't think Draymond is still all
No.
NBA defense?
No.
And Draymond is still a high level defender, dude.
And even if he were, it doesn't matter because nobody else around him is all NBA defense.
Wiggins is still.
Wiggins
is a
come
really
and
good defender.
goes. Wiggins
Wiggins
come
is
and
still
goes.
The problem with that team has just been the bench consistency. If you look at the plus minus from the bench, like the bench reform, the bench has just been.
They
the
have
bench,
no bench.
the young guys have just been terrible.
That's the issue, especially when you were banking on those guys to be good
No, I feel you.
or to be
but
solid
I
at
think,
minimum.
I think DiVincenzo, a guy they plan on playing a lot coming back, and I think
Oh, that's their Trevor Ariza.
well, he's better than Trevor Ariza.
No, that's their Trevor Ariza. When he's back, we'll be fine.
Well, just to like get solid minutes off the bench because they couldn't get any. Like Wiseman is in the G League, Kuminga is barely getting minutes, and Moody not playing. Like their young guys are not playing. Like,
So where do you go after that? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like how do you? There's no resolving that. Like you still gonna have this same team in the next month?
Depends. Well, they're not playing their young guys.
He's bailed on them already. Like
No, that's what I'm saying. They build on it.
and it's not gonna
The-
produce more wins doing that.
It's really early to say that. So for that team,
Even still, say for instance they start to catch a stride, they're gonna be worn out by the time the playoffs come. Draymond, Steph, Clay, those guys are not young.
they're not.
They got a lot of miles on their body, like
They weren't worn out last year.
because they wasn't having to do this much last year. Steph actually got injured towards the end of the year and like had a few weeks off. Clay didn't even start the season. Clay didn't start the season, and then when he started playing, he was working himself into shape like throughout the year.
They weren't good without Steph last year. Like,
No, but I mean, like,
I think
okay, imagine Steph go out for
I'm
2
not-
weeks. 2 weeks,
I'm
they're
not
done.
worried. I'm not worried about the Warriors at all.
At all.
No.
So where do you have them going from here on out?
What you mean?
Like, where do you see them finishing?
At least like top 5 at the least because they started off so bad.
Top 5, at least.
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
I
There's
still
no
think
way
they're-
there's no
I
way
still
they're
think-
top 5.
I still think they're a contender. To be honest, I still think they are.
I don't think so. I think this team reeks.
Hey man, as long as you got Steph, and they got a chance.
Yeah, you got what? As long as you got Steph and what? It can't be just Steph. We've seen that movie.
Wiggins has been great. Draymond
He's been
is
great?
still- Wiggins has been good.
In the playoffs, he was, yeah, but
Wiggins has
to
been
start
good
this
this year.
season.
Wiggins has been consistent this year. He's been consistently good this year.
So what's going to change for them to start creeping up to 5th seed?
It's just the bench get more consistent. That's the only thing. The bench
What
started off bad,
bench?
man.
He's giving
Huh?
up on the bench.
No, he gave up on the young guys.
The young guys was the bench.
Not no more. Kaminga
So,
the only one that even got minutes last game.
and that was like towards the end. The game was over.
Yeah, he got whatever. Listen, man.
Yeah. I
They
watched it
gonna
last
run.
night. I'm like,
I think. I
man, I
think.
don't
I
see
think.
it.
I think. I think even with the older Warriors teams, like the older Warriors teams, they always depended on more veteran guys, the guys you trust to just play. Their bench, their bench was never about like really. Their bench was not about talent. It wasn't about like super talented guys. It was guys that would come up the bench and play together, and guys you trusted to play and do the right thing. Mr. Kerr can't trust the young guys to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the actual problem because they haven't figured it out yet. It's not that they aren't talented. It's just that like the NBA is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's just,
winning
they
the
haven't.
NBA takes another level.
Yeah, they're just. It's easy to say they're gonna be good year two. It's not that easy. Like players don't like get better gradually like that. It's kind of like they might improve this much, and then kind of like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
taper
step
off a
out.
little, and then maybe a year or two later, then they take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't always work. It doesn't work like that.
There's a
You know
lot
what
of
I'm saying?
crashing involved on the way
Yeah,
there.
you don't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Even look at a guy like Tatum. His third year was kind of like a weird year. After he played really good year two, and then the third year he kind of had like an off year, and then he bounced back. It's just like it just doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a guy that's like given all opportunities to be like good.
Yeah. It's just
These
it's not-
guys are
it's not
getting
that-
their spots. That's
Hey
real
man,
tough.
you gotta earn your spot.
That's real tough.
Like, listen, I respect her. Like they're supposed to be the future, but if y'all can't play, y'all gotta sit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man,
I
I don't see that fifth
Hey,
seed
man.
happening. Ain't no way.
hey man, ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
I'm gonna write that down. Ain't no
Please write
way.
that down. Ain't no
Ain't
way.
no
Fifth,
way.
fifth seed is
Ain't
not
no
in the
way.
cards anymore.
Ain't no way.
This team stinks.
It's still early. It's super early.
Yeah, but like just the signs of like how you're
Jerry,
playing, like those
Jerry,
things matter.
Hold on. Let me look at the standings right now. Let me look how close it is. Because it's still extremely close right now.
He ain't gonna do it.
I'm not gonna what?
Make a bet. Producer Trey in my ear just said, send the money back emoji. Warriors fifth seed.
Jerry, the Warriors are only 4.5 games out of first. It's early. They're 4.5 games out of first. Man.
We're only 6.5. You're right. It's early.
It's early. No, it is early for y'all too.
Lakers sixth seed?
Money bag.
No, I'm trying to money bag that Warriors take. I don't actually believe the Lakers take.
Warriors. Okay, Warriors fifth seed.
Warriors fifth seed. Okay.
All right.
All
Bet.
right.
We got it.
What
On
we
camera.
putting? We put 50 on it.
That's cool.
All right, cool.
I'm cool.
Run me my money, Jamal.
I know you praying. I know you praying on their downfall. I know you praying.
Oh yeah, you want to get your Steph games in? That's.
God damn.
I mean, I don't know who else you want an injury clause on.
Really, I mean, Clay at this point might need to stay injured or something. I don't know.
He might need to get hurt. $10% fee. You're right. They always
So
say I can
what?
hear you, so I don't have to repeat it every time.
What'd you say?
The 10% fee on the injury clause.
What you mean?
Like if you say you want an injury clause, which is you saying this bet is like terminated if this player misses this amount of games, you got to
Gotta
send
pay
10% of the bet up front. So it'd be
So
like
many
what,
games-
$5?
Yeah. How many games did they play already?
Right now they're at 15 games right now.
15. So if Steph missed like
They got
if
67
Steph
more.
if Steph misses like 15 games, I have the right to cash in.
Oh
the injury
my
clause.
God.
15? Okay, I'll
That
do
is-
12. I'll do 12. 12 fine?
Say it again.
12 games fine?
12 games what though?
Like if Steph misses more than 12, I have the ability to like stop the bet and just send the whatever fee. But it's up to, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta send the fee up front.
No, I send that. Yeah, no, that's fine. But it's up to me though. I don't have
12
to.
games? What are we betting for? He's gonna miss 12 games.
He's gonna miss 12 games.
Yes.
How many games he missed last year?
Last year, let's check that.
I don't think he missed. I'm not sure if he missed 12 last year. Like injury wise.
Yeah, injury wise. Well, I mean, games in general, it'll be injury or rest, which they probably wouldn't rest him this year if they want that fifth seed. So last year he played 64 games. So he missed 18.
He missed 18.
Yes.
He actually got hurt though.
Yeah, he got injured.
I mean, he hasn't been injured so far.
He's always injured. He played 63 the year before. He played 5 the year before that. 69, 51, and then previously from that, 2016 and beyond, he was pretty durable, except that 1 year early in his career. But yeah, Steph is not money on games played.
I'll have to work out the kinks in the bet.
Just know you're losing regardless.
I don't think so.
I don't see them getting the 5th seed.
I do.
They're basura.
But you gonna apologize for Shea yet? When you gonna apologize?
I'm not apologizing. I apologize. What are we in? Week 4? That's like apologizing for Lori. It's too early. Way too early. Some guys get off to hot starts. It happens.
Listen, 30 points on 50-40 shooting isn't like
Nah, the man has been balling. Like, there's no way around that.
I think I read he's the first person. He's the first person. It was some Wilt Chamberlain stat. Only him and Wilt Chamberlain have done.
Oh, I seen one too. Where it's like a guard who's led the league in scoring 30 or more points, and shooting 50%. The list was like Michael Jordan 5 times, and then Shea.
I'm just saying, man.
He's been balling. He's definitely been balling. I was watching him last night. He was balling, and he hit the game winner too. There's nothing wrong you can say about nothing bad you can say about the kid.
You know what a Shea game winner looks like.
I do, sadly, and I know how he beats it. I know how he beats his chest afterwards.
No, what?
How he beats his chest afterwards.
Oh, I didn't know what you said after that. I was like,
yikes. Maybe, you never know, man. Them hotels, man. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to know what he did to an OKC hotel.
Okay, I want your take. It might lead to a hot take. But I've been seeing people like make fun of the whole OKC Clippers deal. And a few people have been saying OKC has the best player right now from that trade. Would you agree?
Well, technically, yeah, because Kawhi is hurt. And
No. The trade with Paul George.
Oh, is Shea better than Paul George? It's debatable.
But where you got him at, though? That's the debate that I've been seeing. I want to see where you're at with it.
The only thing where it comes down to like ranking younger players is like an older guy just has so much history of like what he's done.
You've seen him do it, yeah.
Like I've seen what Paul George has done. Like I know his work. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? But if I were to just look at it, like if I just look at the NBA today, I didn't know who Paul George was. I'd be like, yeah, Shea's clearly better.
So you think he's clearly better than Paul George?
Right now, today, that's what it looks like, yeah.
I don't think he's there yet.
That's fair. But the way he's playing right now.
No, I definitely think like a discussion, like it's not crazy to have a discussion.
No,
about
it's debatable either way. But I'm just talking about right now without looking at the history. I'm talking about this season right now. I'm like, well, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. This season, right now, 15 games in.
So you would be saying if the Clippers were to trade for Shea, they'd be better today? Not like
I'm not
future,
sure.
not future.
I'm
We're
not.
talking about like this season.
That I can't say.
I think the answer would be no.
I think it's pretty close. I think it's pretty close.
I think it's no, just because Paul George does so much on both sides,
He does, but
and he also essentially plays point guard a lot too.
I mean, listen, Shea's a really good defender. He's averaging almost 2 blocks a game and averaging like a steal. Like he's actually defensively been really good too for a guard to average almost 2 blocks. It's pretty serious, and he's averaging a steal. Like he's not a slouch on defense.
I gotta get
At
a
all.
nod. I gotta get a nod to PG.
That's fair. You got the
But
history.
it is something to say that Shea is even like making that a discussion.
The one thing about that trade, which I don't understand, is if I'm the Clippers, I don't give up. I give them whatever they want besides Shea. I just don't cough up Shea that easily.
It had to be a Kawhi call.
I just feel like I would have did whatever else they would have wanted besides just giving up Shea. Whatever else you want.
They were kind of like held hostage too, though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I felt like the Clippers didn't covet Shea enough in that trade. I felt like they thought he was good, but they really didn't.
That's hard to say though, because it was, hey, get Paul George or I'm not coming. Like so at that point it's like you gotta do whatever. Like
But I'm just saying though. Like I felt like they still could have got that trade done without Shea, but I felt like they just were just trying to get it over with. I feel like they didn't value Shea more than they probably should have.
Why do you
And
think that though? Based off of what?
Huh?
Why do you think that?
Because if I'm giving up 7 picks, I'm not just giving you our guy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're on a time frame, the free agency don't last that long. Like, and I'm pretty sure they didn't just do it the next day. Like, they took a whole lot of thinking.
I felt like they didn't realize maybe how good Shea might have been. Which Shea in that first year with that Clippers playoff team, he was a really interesting kind of player, but you saw the flashes about, man, this guy's got something. I'm not sure what it is, but he's got something. Because he was a rookie out there playing with a bunch of veterans, and it's like he held his own.
So I'm curious, if you were the GM, you would have said no?
I wouldn't have said no. I would have said whatever else you want. I only give up Shea if that's the very last resort. Then it's
Okay,
like,
so you don't think that's what happened?
I don't think it's. I don't think it was. I think they just threw out the best thing they could do, and it was like, all right. I thought they were trying to end it right there and there, which I understand that too. But they gave up so much. They gave up so much.
Yeah, I feel like that's they were held hostage. Like there was no way around it.
I'd been
I'm trying to figure out how would you get around that?
I'd have been like, hey, you already got 7 picks. Can we give you these other guys and not have to give up Shea?
No, I don't think so. Because I'm pretty sure everybody around the league knew what Kawhi had already demanded and where it was headed.
I just don't feel like the Clippers thought Shea was really that good to the point that they had to even think about it. I don't think they thought. In OKC, they just wanted the prior first round pick, a young player. I don't think they were thinking like Shea.
I don't think OKC thought. No, I don't think OKC still
Not at
doesn't
all.
see him like that. They'll trade him tomorrow if they get the right amount of picks.
No, they won't.
Bro, what?
Not right now.
You don't think Shea's going for a bunch of firsts?
They don't need him. What first? Who's first?
Whoever has the most.
They have 18.
You don't think he wants more?
I don't think they're trading Shea. I don't think they would trade 24-year-old Shea right now.
I think Shea is headed towards another team as soon as somebody offers enough first.
I think they could have already made that trade.
But for who though? Or who's giving up that many firsts right now for Shea? This year?
I think if Shea was on the block, they could have made they could have already made a big trade with Shea for multiple firsts.
But yeah, well, multiple. But we're talking about how many though, especially after that Rudy deal.
Even after last year, like they could have made. Even during last year, they could have made multiple firsts for Shea.
I don't think no. I don't think that many teams would call him like that.
I
For
think
Shea.
they would.
I don't think so.
Hey,
He would. I think he would have done it, but no. If it was like enough picks,
I think they want Shea going forward to the new version of this team. I think
don't
that's
think
the
so.
plan.
I
think
do
so?
not think so.
They would have.
No.
They would have been traded. They would have been traded.
No, I think they. I think they think he can get them more, or we're thinking he can get them more, which they actually are right about.
I don't think so.
Like
I think-
right now, his value is high as it's ever been.
I think they're trying to win in the next few years.
I don't think so. I think they're still
I think
pick
Giddey.
collections.
I think Giddey, Shea, and Chet going forward with the picks they had. They got the young guys and they got picks to make any trade for a star they want. They can make any trade. They can actually make any trade in the league. They can get any guy they want if the guy wants to leave, because they have more picks than anybody and young players than anybody.
So why wouldn't they
Besides
go
the
after
Pelicans.
somebody like Donovan?
Huh?
Why wouldn't they have gone after Donovan if that was the case?
I don't think they wanted Donovan.
I don't think that's what their goal is. I think their goal is just load up on picks.
I don't think they're win right now this year. That's why.
I don't think that next year after that, they're probably like,
I think next year when
I don't think so.
I think so.
Who they knocking out? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who they knocking out?
Trim.
Like, so the West is super loaded.
Listen, teams. This OKC team, even last year, even the year before, they had a lot of injuries and sat a lot of guys. They're a competitive team. They're not like even though how they whatever the guys they have in roster, they've been actually competitive when they play. They're not like losers as far as how they play. They play really hard and they play good. Even they had to sit Lou Dort last year because they kept winning.
Yeah,
Just
that's like, yeah, you want to tank, but they still would have been bad.
No, but I'm just saying though, like they kept having to like sit guys because they kept winning. They shouldn't even be winning. I feel like they're closer to playoffs than the other way. 100%.
In the West?
To playoffs, yeah.
What?
I feel like they're a guy away than being
So
like
who?
a
Okay.
low seed and being like a low seed. I feel
So
like they're being
next
like a low seed.
season, if everything stayed the way it is OKC better than Portland?
Which means next season?
Yes. Based off what you know now.
I don't know what Chet is.
Is OKC better than Portland based off what you do know?
Well, no.
Okay, are they better than Phoenix?
No.
Nuggets?
No.
Jazz? It's tricky,
Yeah.
Jazz.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know
Yeah.
because the Jazz, I don't know, that's weird.
Yeah.
The Pelicans. So I'll give you the Jazz, but the Pelicans.
No.
Memphis.
No.
Dallas.
No.
The Clippers.
No.
Okay, so that's like 9 teams already.
No, but Jerry, but it's just like looking at this team and how young they are, how they're gonna get better is gonna be like nobody expected.
But you said playoffs.
Nobody expected Memphis to be a 2 seed last year. It just happened.
Well, there were signs of that actually. The season before they made the playoffs, and then they won the first round.
They made a play-in.
No, they made the playoffs.
They won the first round.
No, they got to the first round. They lost in the first round, but
They got to the
they
first
played.
round.
Yeah, they played in the first
Yeah,
round.
but it happened very quickly. Nobody expected them to even be a play-in team.
Yeah, but I'm saying that turnaround, that's like unheard of.
Yeah, but it takes I like OKC's guys. I like
I'm
a
trying
lot
to
of
figure
guys.
out. I like them too, but I don't see them winning anytime soon in the West.
I could see them winning in the next few years, being a real being a playoff
Maybe
team.
like 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
No way. No I don't think
Next
so. I don't think
season
so.
is nuts.
I can see them. I can see them being. They're going to be competing for a play-in this year if they just keep their guys. If they just don't sit and then stay healthy, they're going to be.
I don't think
competing
so.
for the
I think they
play-in.
would. I think they would just lose. They would end up losing too many games.
The Lakers made the play-in last year with not a winning record, and the Spurs did.
Yeah, but how many people are gonna do that? Especially this
I'm just
season
saying. I'm just
or
saying.
next. Like
I'm
that's
just
tough.
saying.
I think they're waiting
saying.
it out. They're gonna keep
I
waiting
think
it
they're
out.
waiting. I think they're waiting it out.
I feel like they are. If not, they would have pushed the button already.
No, I don't think they want to. I don't think they want to. I don't think they also want to press the button too fast until they feel like it 100% makes sense. Because
To me, that would be like year 2 of Chet, maybe.
Yeah, but that's also it's 3 years from now.
Yeah.
That's not even 3. That's 2. That's 2 years from now. Actually, it's not even that long. Shay's 24.
That's 3
He's
seasons
26.
though. Like we just started this season, so like that's
Yeah,
3
but
seasons.
it's still not that long.
I feel like
2
that.
years from now, I feel like
Shea will be what, 27, 28?
he's 24 now.
Yeah, so
He'll be 26.
he'd be like 26, yeah. 26,
Nothing.
and then you're finally
Nothing.
about to start trying to win. That's
Donovan
that's weird.
Mitchell's 26 on the Cavs, and they're trying to win.
Yeah, but Donovan's been winning for like the last 4 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Cavs haven't been though. The Cavs
No,
haven't.
that's a little different.
But I'm saying the Thunder, once they feel like they know what kind of team they have with Chet, and then even their pick next year, they can go make the trade that they want to make. They can. Them and the Pelicans have more picks than anybody. They can do whatever they want to do. Those are the two teams that are kind of scary
I don't
because
know.
they
I
can
don't,
actually.
I don't see like a difference maker being like, oh, okay, I'll go to OKC so we can try to make the playoffs. I just don't see that happening.
Try.
They're gonna be trying to make the playoffs, yes.
If you had a star to their team, they're not going to try to make the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs.
In the West, if we went through that
Shea
lineup
is-
again, like
Shea is,
that is a
I'm
tough.
talking about
thing to do.
if you add a star, they're for sure making the playoffs. That's a for sure.
Wait, what kind of
Shea.
star are you talking about? Or
An
who's the
all-star
star?
an all-star level guy.
I'm not seeing it. Well, it depends on who that person is, of course.
An all-star level guy. Like just an all-star level guy. Not necessarily an all-star, but an all-star
So if they got
caliber guy.
DeJounte, if they had DeJounte instead of a Hawks, they'd be in the playoffs? I don't think so. Because those other teams are still way better.
I think they'd be right there in the play-in.
They'd be in the
lower
play-in,
seed.
yeah.
I
They'd
think-
be
I think
fighting for
they'd
the play-in, yeah.
I think they'd be in the right. I think they'd be in that low 7, 8 to like 10 range. They'd be in that range.
They'd be in the play-in, yes. But the play-in's not hard to get in.
DeJounte
Y'all can get in
made
there if
the-
y'all like started.
DeJounte made the play-in with the Spurs team. Go look at that roster.
Yeah, but the play-in is like not. Okay, only 4 teams are gonna miss the play-in. 5 teams.
If the Spurs can make the play-in, then Shea. If you put Shea on that Spurs team,
Yeah, we
That's not
agree
a-
they will make the play-in. Like,
that's
that's
not,
not
if you
hard
put,
to
if
do.
You, if you put Shea on that Spurs team, that's not a play-in team anymore. That's a playoff team.
It is still a play-in team.
I mean, it's a playoff team, not a like.
It's a play-in team. They're still fighting
It's
to
a-
get in the playoffs.
It's a top 8 team. Let's say. Let me not say play-in. Top.
Well,
8.
yeah. Well, that's different now.
But see, the play-in thing, it's like 9 or 10. It's like no. They're a top 8 team. Like, let me just say that because in the playoffs and the play-in is like I feel like the 9th and 10th teams, you're whatever. The 7, 8 teams, you're top 8. Like I feel like the top 8, that's a different thing to me.
But you still be fighting to get in the playoffs.
I feel like that's silly to me.
They gonna hold it.
It's silly.
It makes they've got lucky the first go rounds at it, so why not keep going?
Till it goes bad.
Well, I mean,
Some trash team beats a good team, and they're like, bro, what?
yeah, that was so. Well, in the moment, it'd be like, oh dang, that was cool. But then once the playoffs actually start,
Like, bro,
it'd
I
be
let
like,
this team
oh
in.
yeah,
Like, what was the-
kind of
what-
like how
why was the
Cinderella's
point of
fade in the college.
this? Bro, we don't want to see this. We don't want to see this.
Why are the Hornets here?
The Hornets gonna be back again. Yo, listen. If the Hornets, the Lakers should be calling the Hornets, man. I'm just telling you. That should be
I've
the
been
team they should
seeing
be
that
calling.
trade today for Gordon Hayward.
Either Gordon Hayward and Rozier or
Oh,
Gordon Hayward and
What
Gordon
I
Hayward
seen
and
today,
PJ.
I seen Hayward to the Mavs. I've been seeing that like throughout the day today. To the Mavs or the Heat. That's the two teams I kept seeing today.
The Heat one makes sense because the Heat were trying to get him. The Heat were trying to get him last time.
I've been trying to envision him on the Mavs.
That's another win now move for the Mavs, and that going forward, they're trying to get rid of money.
See,
The only
Mavs in a tough
well,
spot.
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Actually, here's the thing. That actually, if they can move Dinwiddie and Bertans, that's the same money as Gordon Hayward in the same amount of years. So actually, there's a way.
Yeah, definitely a
That
way.
makes. No, I'm
Like,
saying there's a way
there's-
that there's a way that actually makes
Oh,
sense.
in the books, it's still
On the books,
Still
that,
logical.
Like, it's
Yeah.
it's the same. Like Gordon Hayward is out in 2 years, and so is Bertans, and so is Dinwiddie. So it's a evenly trade. It's the same amount of money basically,
yeah.
and you get a way better player than either of those guys. So that's where it makes sense at. So I can understand that for like the current time. That actually I can get that. The only thing about it is you might have to trade a pick, and that's where it gets
To go
weird.
along with them, yeah.
Because now you're getting rid of picks, and it's like you kind of want to save those picks in space for when you need to like really use it.
Mavs in a
that's
tough
where-
spot.
That's when you get to like win now. You can't be. It sucks. It's crazy, but you can't be win now all the time.
Nah, you can't, but teams are
You can't.
definitely swinging
you gotta,
every
you
time.
You gotta know how to gauge it. It's like Luka's still gonna be really good in 2 years. Just
Yeah,
wait.
but imagine telling that to Luka though.
Luka just signed a 5-year deal.
Yeah, but imagine going to him and be like, "Hey, Luka, you got 2 more years, bro. We'll figure it out.
All right, let's tell Luka, hey, let's get
We
rid of
can
our picks
try."
now. We can try get Gordon Hayward, and when another star's available, we're gonna have nothing to trade for him because we just gave it up for Gordon Hayward.
What do you think Luka's saying to that though? I think he's like, "Hey, try now."
I feel like I think Luka's a smart guy though.
It don't matter about smart. You trying to compete as soon as possible.
But I feel like he knows he can't be. I feel like he also knows.
He tasted success. He tasted
But
getting
here's the
so
thing.
close to the
Here's the-
finals.
I know, but
you gonna
he-
tell him,
no,
"Nah,
no.
let's just wait 2 years."
But
bro."
I know he doesn't think that team is enough. If he's smart, I know he doesn't think that team.
Yeah,
is
so
enough, though.
why would he want to stick around that for another 2 years? That same situation.
Because another 2 years, you'll have space to do whatever you want to do to build a whole new team. They haven't been able to actually. They haven't been actually able to do that. They haven't been actually able to build. That's been the problem. That was the problem with Braun too. They haven't been able to build a team. They've had to scrap it. And in 2 years, they'll actually have the time to, hey, what do we actually want around him that makes sense? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think that's the blessing and the
you
curse
just
of having an
you just
all-time
want
great.
you just want Luka to end up on the Lakers.
You
know what I'm
already,
saying?
you already know my motives.
That ain't-
You
that ain't-
already
listen,
know my motives.
I know your
I am
motives.
not shy about. I'm not shy
just
about
like-
throwing him out there.
You just want him to end up on the Lakers.
That's where I'm-
I know where you.
Purple and
I know-
gold, Luka. That's where. That's what I need. Give me
I
that.
gotta do it. I gotta abandon Luka if you end up on the Lakers. I can't.
God dang. Why not just enjoy your son getting a championship? How you gonna leave him
Well,
after you was there day one?
Listen, he'll still be my son, but we'll talk from time to time. We'll have a distant relationship.
That is messed up. Just because it's threads.
We'll have a distant relationship. Yeah. I can't do it. Yeah.
Just because of his threads.
Can't do it. The Lakers, I just can't. Any other team is cool. The Lakers, I just can't.
God dang.
I can't.
How the Lakers you're like your number one on the hate list?
Cause fuck them.
How the Mavs not your number one? Or the Spurs?
Well, because growing up watching basketball, the Lakers were the actual competition. Now I know now they're not necessarily because well,
Technically, we've never been until like
y'all were y'all
maybe
were
like
y'all were y'all were bad when we
maybe
were
like three
good.
times. Yeah, but
Y'all
like
were
we've seen each other in the playoffs. What maybe since we've started watching hoops, maybe twice, 3 times, maybe.
well just in general. You know what I'm saying? It's been
Yeah,
the
three
Lakers
times. It's
just
been 3 times. It's been three
the
times.
Lakers like yo, we just don't fuck with the Lakers, man. And fuck the
When I was a
Lakers.
Rockets fan, they stumped us when we had Francis,
Yeah.
and then when y'all had T Mac and Yao, they both were hurt. And the Aaron Brooks team, we played against y'all.
I never hated the Mavs. The Spurs, yes.
That's
Never
what I'm
hated
saying. I
the
don't
Mavs,
understand. Like, you only played
Mavs,
the Lakers 3 times in the playoffs.
the Mavs don't really get. I don't really have any hate for the Mavs. Now Utah, I hated Utah,
Wow.
but that
Oh,
wore
okay,
off
that makes
though.
sense. That makes sense.
I
But
hate it.
that's
Yeah, I
like
hate it.
that's
Yeah,
like
that wore off. Though.
90s.
That
Yeah,
wore,
that's like 90s.
even
Because
2000s.
the 2000s they
We lost to them.
well y'all were bad at that point, but
No, I just didn't like Utah. Even when we played them in the regular season, I was like, man, fuck the Jazz, man.
I've never liked
I just-
Utah either.
I don't think a lot of people like Utah. Even the
Utah,
players, even the
Celtics,
players,
Rockets, Utah.
Yo, even the players don't like
Ah,
Utah.
everybody hates Utah.
Not
Shout out
Laurie
Jazz
though.
fans.
Laurie is the
Nah,
Laurie
he
is the
probably
king.
does. Well, makes
Laurie's-
sense. It makes sense. Totally makes sense. But we'll move on.
Kind of fits in. A little bit.
He's
You
feel
know.
at home.
Yeah, man. Listen, the Lakers don't deserve good. Y'all had enough. Y'all got lucky. Like, yo, it's over. Enjoy yourself.
Nah, man, we need it.
Listen,
We need
when
to
the Rockets
recoup.
when the
Recoup
Rockets
from
get
the last 10 years or so.
when the Rockets get Wemby or Scoot, listen, I just can't wait. I'll take.
I'm rooting for
Preferably
Scoot. I'm rooting for y'all to get Scoot. Just to see like the chaos that ensues afterwards.
What
on
chaos?
Rockets Twitter for KPJ.
It's not gonna be no chaos.
I bet you it would be.
We already. That's an easy decision.
You don't think that Rockets Twitter would be like up in arms that
I don't.
their
I don't
future
care about,
all-star superstar,
I don't
like
care about. I don't care about Rockets Twitter.
the future superstar KPJ, like has to move over?
Well, first of all, they've already given up on him at this point anyway. They've turned their backs on him real quick.
Y'all are fickle. Oh my god.
Every fan base is fickle when you're trash.
Okay, you got a point. You got a
When you're
point.
trash.
We thought Lonzo. Well, I wouldn't say we, but like as a group, we thought Lonzo was magic.
We got D'Lo, we got
D'Lo,
Lonzo, we got
Ingram,
Randall, we got Ingram.
Kuzma.
Like, yo, we even gonna-
Boys do not want to let go of Kuzma for so long.
Yo, it's funny because Kyle Kuzma is the best he's ever been right now. Kyle Kuzma is a really good NBA player.
Yeah, he
right
actually
now.
is. He actually is.
I never thought Kyle Kuzma would be like a really good. He's a really good actual NBA player. He's passing off the dribble, getting assists, shooting. Like he's doing. Wow.
I thought he could be solid. He just couldn't do it with us. Cause like we
No.
just wouldn't allow him to do it.
He's Jeremy Grant.
Now he wants the Jeremy Grant payday.
Man, listen, man. Shout out to Jeremy Grant though. I apologize. I'm apologize to Jeremy Grant every time his name comes up because my bad. I didn't know.
That was a funny summer, man.
Jeremy
was a
Grant
real funny summer.
Jeremy Grant is currently shooting 50% from the field and over 40% from three.
Who is this
My
guy?
bad. My bad, Jeremy Grant. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
He's
I'm
him?
so- he knew.
He's
He
him?
knew and we didn't. So maybe Kyle Kuzma is the next Jeremy Grant.
Never know.
Maybe
Never
he's
know in
ready.
the NBA for real. I don't know what he's ready
What are the-
for, but
I think he's looking like he could be like the third guy on a really good team. He's been that good on the Wizards. Like
he's part of a
been-
big three right now.
Well, I'm just saying like a actual good team, not like the Wizards.
What are you talking about? Let's see. Are we still talking about the 8-7 Wizards?
Did you
Seven
see that
seeds Wizards?
Did you see that Wizards stat I put in the chat?
Which one?
The Wizards. Oh, hold on, let me find it.
I don't recall seeing it.
Hold on, let me find. Hey, yo, listen.
I was low key
It
rooting
says-
for them last night
hold on.
though. Oh, go ahead.
It says since the NBA merger.
Oh yes,
Since the NBA has turned to an 82 game season, no team has had more 38 to 44 win seasons than the Wizards with 22.
22 of them.
Mediocre seasons.
They about to get another one. They about to be number 23.
You know they still haven't had a 50-win season yet, ever.
Dang. John Wall never got one.
They never got to 50.
They probably maxed out at 48. That's crazy.
It was real close. They never had a 50-win season. It's just the Warriors are just living mediocre.
I literally would have put money on them doing 50 with John Wall and Bill. That's crazy.
I think they would have if injuries,
or if like they had that consciously on their minds.
I think if like going forward, they probably could have if injuries didn't happen. But,
yeah, that team was exciting.
They were exciting. They thought they were getting better too, but it didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Wembanyama, I could just pray.
That's all you can do.
Yo, if Wembanyama goes to the Pelicans, man, that's just not fair, dude. I'm gonna be mad.
No, it's not. On several fronts, that would not be fair.
Like, what is that team with Wembanyama?
I don't even want to think about it. I do not want to put that in my mind. I'm not even going to speak that. I'm not going to think that into existence.
It's up to y'all. Y'all got to save us.
Save the league.
win some games.
Save the league.
y'all got, actually, I'm kind of rooting for y'all to.
Y'all got to give us some energy.
Win games.
We about to win 6 or 7. We about to get on a little streak.
I believe LeBron gonna start posting again. It's coming.
He about to start. Well, we about to lay the smackdown on the Pistons.
You'd hope so.
Everybody's coming back for that game to look good.
All right.
But yeah, we got the Pistons, and then we play the Spurs like all week. Oh my god. +10.
What good team they play next?
The Suns. That's the only good team in like the next 7.
Plus 13.
Wait, let me. What?
Jerry, don't do that. I tried to bet you several times, and you would not take my money, bro.
Okay, the first night, I didn't want it. The second time, I actually thought we could, but I still didn't want to do it. I didn't want to jinx us. All right, so we got the Pistons Friday, and then we play the Spurs Sunday, and then 13 you said for the Suns.
No, don't fall back now.
I'm gonna have to turn that one. I'm gonna have to turn that one down.
Is Cade playing?
It's in Phoenix. I don't know. It's a back-to-back either way. No, y'all getting smacked.
If Cade's playing, then I don't take the -8 with the Lakers. But if Cade is playing,
no, we're smacking the Pistons.
Smacking?
Yeah, it's gonna be a smackdown.
What kind of hold on, what number are you talking about, Jerry? What's the smack?
10+, easy. Easy.
I'll take Pistons +12. What you got?
I said 10.
No. You can't do 12? 12 too much? You said SmackDown.
In the betting arena? In the betting arena, 2 is a lot.
Jerry, 10 isn't laying the SmackDown, Jerry.
Tell that to Vegas.
10 isn't smacking them.
You can smack them and still just win by 10.
There's 2 more points, Jerry.
2 more points is a buzzer beater at the end of the game for no reason.
Jerry, 2 more points.
I don't want to do that. It will not be a single-digit game.
I'm giving you Suns 13.
Nah, we in Phoenix, though, so I'm not touching that.
What? He don't want it. He don't want no smoke.
I'm realistic, bro. We in Phoenix. We don't play well there. Like, that is realistic.
13. Vegas line's not gonna be nowhere near that.
Well, Vegas also knows that the Lakers are like a play that people will play.
Bro,
so they always gonna make it. If you go 13, it'll swing one way too much.
Bro, I'm doubling the Lakers line. I'm probably doubling the Vegas line.
Vegas probably have it at like 8.
If the Lakers are healthy, it's probably gonna be like 7. Probably be like 7, I think. 6.5, 7. The Lakers are healthy.
You get 4.5 just being at home.
The Lakers are healthy. It's gonna be like
Lakers healthy.
Well, everybody's playing.
Dennis, everybody. Thomas.
The big gun's coming back.
Boys in the G League getting ready to lay the smackdown on the Pistons.
All right.
But yeah, we got the Suns on Tuesday, the Spurs again on Friday, the Spurs again on Saturday, and then the Pacers. That'll be interesting.
Can y'all go 4-1?
No, we're going 6 and 7 because we in that with the Blazers. We're going 6 out of 7. Book it.
You want to bet that?
Book it.
You want to bet that?
I'm not gonna bet it because anything can happen. But
you said book it.
Book it. I can say book it.
No, you can't. If you want to bet
I can say book it and not bet it. Injuries play a part. Like that's different when it comes to money.
Put 10 on it.
Well,
put 10 on it.
It's not that big of a deal. No.
Put 10 on it.
Okay. No. Cause no, I don't want to. I don't want to lose $10. I don't want to lose $10 because AD got injured in the third quarter. Or LeBron hurt his groin again. Like, book it. If we're healthy, we're going 6 and 1. Health always determines any of my motives with this team.
He said book it, and he said no. I don't want to spend $10 on this team. He said book it. Said nah, I don't lose my $10.
So what's better than book it?
Bro, book it means it's a for sure thing, Jerry. You can't say that and then not take the bet. Come on, man.
Okay, you got me there.
Bro, you in Jerry, you in 4K, fam. We got you. Like you out there.
Rockets won't win the championship. That's definitely a book it.
You said Lakers going 6 and 1.
Wait, let me see. 1, 2. Skip the Spurs. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 and 1.
Well, $10, Jerry. Let's go.
See, the thing with you want what? This guy. The thing with betting it is, like, then it comes down to injuries. Like, if I just say it.
Well, Jerry, that's always the case, though.
Yeah, but, like, I'm not putting money towards it. Like, there's no, like, there's no commitment to it. You're trying to make me commit to 6 and 1.
Boys, hedging.
I'm definitely
a hedger. Listen, you know.
When it comes to betting and the Lakers, I'm definitely a hedger. Heck no.
You talking about me, bro? You said book it. Then said, let me look at the schedule. Like, yeah,
no, I know where we go. Well, I already know what I think we're going, but putting money on it is a different level.
So that means you don't really believe.
No, it means you just don't want to bet it.
Bro, I'm betting the Warriors going to be a 5th seed or higher because I bet that. Because I believe it. It's
also silly.
Yeah, but I believe it, though. You saying the Lakers going to go 6 and 1.
I believe it, but I don't want to put money to it. Like,
so you don't really believe it, though.
How does that determine belief?
You said book it.
That doesn't mean I'm putting money on it.
You didn't say, Jerry, you didn't say I think. You said book it.
They're going 6 and 1. Yes, I believe that. Okay, well, forget I said book it. Forget I said book it. I believe they're going 6 and 1.
You think they can go 6 and 1 because you definitely don't believe it.
Going...
You won't even bet $10. You won't even bet $10 on it. You don't believe that.
Who do you think win the championship?
You think.
Who do you
think they're
who you believe? Who you believe?
6-1.
Who you believe is winning the championship this year?
I don't know.
Who do you think is winning the Super Bowl? Who do you believe is? What is think and believe? How are they different now?
Believe is stronger than I think.
A tad bit, depending on the situation.
When you say I believe in this team and say I think this team can be this good, and you say I believe this team is going to be this good, that's two different things.
I feel like you can believe something and not bet it. That's where I'm losing you.
I wouldn't say I believe in a team and then not bet them at all.
You do it all the time.
All right, Jerry, $5 then. $5.
No, I just don't. Okay, $5, fine.
You wouldn't.
6 and 1.
6 and 1. All right. Was that so hard?
It's not hard. It's just silly.
Book it.
It's just a silly bet. Because then AD starts limping and is like, oh, okay, there goes the whole 6-1 thing. Our Braun re-injury is growing. That's the whole 6-1 thing.
That's the Lakers in general.
That's sports in general. That's why I don't think belief and betting is the same thing.
You said there's gonna be a sleeper.
And what changed?
They suck. Nothing changed.
A lot changed. We actually saw them play, and like the team doesn't look like the two best players don't look like they want to win or care.
They suck healthy. They suck injured. They suck in every kind of way. Pause.
Yikes!
They suck.
God dang. In every kind of way, sheesh.
They suck, bro. The Lakers stink today. The Lakers stink yesterday. What y'all say? They stink.
It's early. 5th seed possibly.
All right.
Ain't no way.
Listen, I'm in on that one.
Ain't no way.
Lakers gonna make the play in, Jerry?
Fam, I've seen the Lakers play. I'm not putting money on that. You think I'm crazy?
Yeah.
That was before the season. Now I'm sleeping on them. Pause. Y'all can't hear it, but producer Trey is like doing my Los Lakers thing in the background. Boom.
Man. But yeah, I'm in Atlanta, and it's been a cool pod. I guess a little something to throw out there. This has been a casual podcast. You know, Jerry still want to apologize for Shea, but one day you're gonna have to pay what you owe.
Do it in the playoffs.
That apology.
Do it in the playoffs. I'll apologize then.
You said
Kawhi. What?
You said Kawhi do it in the regular season.
No, Jimmy. I love Kawhi. What are you talking about?
You love Kawhi?
Yeah.
I didn't know you love Kawhi. Actually, Kawhi's supposed to be coming back soon. It's almost about that time.
I saw that.
About that time.
I think he's playing tonight.
They said questionable.
Which usually means
Kawhi about to get back to work?
I think so.
You said what?
We know who your favorite player is. He said, producer Trey just said it couldn't be my favorite player. But James Harden could
We know. Or Mason Jones.
Jeremy Lin, oh my God.
Yeah, you can't talk on that one, man.
Your favorite player list is a wild one.
It is a weird list. It's a weird list.
You got what? One all-time, maybe two. T-Mac should be in there. But it could go either way with T-Mac.
It sucks, man. Being a T-Mac fan. It's like, yeah, he didn't win.
Like literally at all.
Nothing I can say to that.
Yeah, there's no way around it.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been well, thanks guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Definitely thanks for tuning in with Mike and Jerry, the F3 podcast. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Listen to us on all DSPs. And hit the Cash App link in the bio. We have a Cash App link. If it hasn't been made, it's made by the time this comes out. You know what I'm saying? And the next podcast, we got a special guest.
Oh yeah, special guest.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna special guest it up. You know what I'm saying? We're working behind it. We're working hard. Look, I'm working out of town and I'm working. You know what I'm saying?
Love the vibes.
Yeah. But all right, y'all take care and do all that stuff I said a few seconds ago, and we'll see y'all later.
Peace.